Good day to you. Gold update. So yesterday I was looking at an M pattern. I set a number one target at 1782, which we've hit and bounced off of subsequently. My number two target was 1786. We haven't touched that yet. And now we are looking at what could be developing. I just want to highlight something I noticed about how these patterns seem to be repeating. So we had the previous M pattern, and then on the 19th or 20th, I noticed we weren't going any lower past the previous day's low, and I said we're going to turn around. And we did have that rebound, and we've essentially created almost exactly the same type of pattern. So we had an M pattern turn into a W, it turned up. And now we have a new 4-hour M pattern, which is also, again, turning into a W. Another similarity is that if you switch over to the candle chart and take up Trader's Reality Indicator, which has PVSRA inside it, and the daily open and yesterday's low marked out and yesterday's high, we, again, have not crossed under the previous day's low, and we've turned up. Now we're testing the daily open, so I'm going to base my patterns off of this new behavior we're seeing. Now I'll mark out the daily open, and if we get above that, we should see some kind of grinding back and forth above that zone until we see a possible breakout to the upside or a breakdown. We don't know yet. In the two scenarios where we break down, it's either a hard rejection off of the daily open or a breakdown after some level of grinding. But 1782 is a key point where if it breaks, that W pattern gets invalidated. So next I'm going to measure out the targets of the upside scenario based on the highest volume concentration in this area. So highest volume concentration is at 1786, and I look for the 1.3% mark. That'll be 1808. I learned something today that to move the gold price 1%, you need $2 billion. So a little interesting fact there. The actual cost of moving price at this point in time. As for the downside target, I think it still remains the same as the number two target from yesterday. So really, we're stuck in a range here, and we're repeating patterns one after the other. So this feels like, to me, positioning for a larger move that is yet to come. In filling out the downside scenario, I'll draw out the path it should take. What would be reasonable? Well, that test of 1782, confirmation that it holds, and then we have our breakdown, and our target is 1768. So yeah, that's what I see playing out today. We'll see which scenario holds water. Right now, it's at an inflection point with the daily open being tested. I don't know if it's going to grind around that zone or reject it hard, but thanks for watching. That's all for now. Bye-bye.